Hello, hello, hello. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. This is our free, yes, free bookmark class. So, as you come in, please do two things for me. Let me know, can you hear me okay? And then two, share this live out. Is my audio good for everyone? Can you hear me okay? Please let me know by dropping a comment. Is my audio good? Please let me know by dropping a comment. Thank you. All right, so today is our class on bookmarks. Bookmarks has been an item I've done for a long, 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 long time. So before we start, I'm going to showcase some that I have done, and then we'll go into Canva and discuss the sizing and everything. So this one right here, this was one of my huge, huge sellers about 2 or 3 years ago. You see, it's an oversized type of bookmark. I don't really know what the measurements are, so let me check and see. Because some bookmarks I measure, some I don't measure. It just depends upon how I'm feeling. So this one measures in at about 8. Go from the largest, the widest part, about 8 to almost 3.5. So this is what I would consider to be an oversized bookmark, and this is one that I really, 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 really love doing. And it's laminate. That's how it sounds when it's laminated. So this is one. That's one type I've done, and this is your typical 2x6 bookmark. All of these are still, good sellers as well. So we have our oversized and our 2x6 bookmarks. And this one is a miniature one. Let me size. Sometimes I size my bookmarks. Sometimes I don't. I just go with the flow. It depends upon how I'm feeling on that day. So this is about 3.5 to about 4. All right. So this is another size bookmark. And then this one I showcased earlier this year. Again, not our typical sizing of it. So again, I'll measure. Let's see, this one is about 5 by about 2. All right. So they can come in various sizes. So I showcased that to let you all see that there's no one true way to do a bookmark, right? You can decide how you want to do it. So first of all, I want you all to drop a comment and let me know who here has created a bookmark before. Who here has, hey Sunshine, who here has created a bookmark before? Drop a comment and let me know. Who has made a bookmark before? There is no right or wrong way. Thank you for sharing and reposting live. I appreciate it. There's no right or wrong way to do a bookmark. It really is how you feel. As I said earlier, this type style was one of my bigger ones, traditional type, okay? One of my bigger sellers. I also could not find the other one, but I made one with the same type of woman. I have the name on the outside of it. And so this bookmark I made to match this planner. Okay, you see that bookmark matches that planner. So talking about stationery, talking about bundles, you can offer a bookmark to match a stationery item of your choice, whether it's a planner, notebook, journal, whatever the case. All right. So these are different type and styles of notebook. Of bookmarks. I also want to show you all the magnetic bookmarks. So these are magnetic, and I have my self-lamination holographic paper on top of it. And so it's magnetic. You have the image on both sides. And this is also something else that you can add to your arsenal to sell. All right. So these are two different, really, just various different styles and types of bookmarks. All right. So for today's video, I'm going to show you all how to do the magnetic bookmarks, and I'm also going to show you how to do the traditional size 2x6, and I may do one that's free-handed as well. So just to let you know, for these type of notebooks, I'm sorry, people say notebooks. For these type of bookmarks, I would typically use my Silhouette machine or Cricut machine. Hello, Chandra. Tonight I'm not going to do so. So what I'm showing you all tonight is just showcasing how to design. I will print, I will cut, but it will be with my hand and my Fisker scissors. I will also laminate, and I will also do the self-lamination on the magnetic paper, just so you know what we're doing. As I'm talking, if you have any questions, please ask. I will do my best to look down and answer any questions you may have, but please ask. If you don't ask, then we don't know, right? There's no question that is off limits about bookmarks, so please ask. So now, of course, you go in Canva, they do already have pre-sized templates for bookmarks. So this is our regular 2x6 bookmark. And I have done some front loading work. So I've already gone over to ChatGPT. I've already downloaded some images. I have my digital paper here. So this is some digital paper, right? And I have this image that matches. However, the image, if I were to use it as is, it will not look right. And I'll show you what I mean by that. If I were to drag it and pull it, you see how she's there, but I want to try and do something different. So what I'm going to do is this. So I have it here, and I do have Canva Pro. So some features I do tonight are only available through Canva Pro. So I'll have her here. I'm going to go to Edit, and then I'm going to find my magic grab, which is right here. I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to click on her. It highlights what I want to grab, and then I click on the word that says grab. So once I have who I want or what I want, right, it's doing its magic and working it out. And so now I can grab her off. But you see this background I wouldn't use because it's distorted. So I have my image, delete. I have my image here. So what I can do is I can enlarge her. And so she is more of her body is in said bookmark, all right? So she is at the bottom of the bookmark. Now, what I also can do is I can add some wording up top to this bookmark. So when you are, I always say this, when you're designing something, don't just think one dimensional, right? You have to think how else, how else you can use this item. So I have my digital paper. I had my lady here, and I did my magic grab to take her off of that and place her right here. Okay. And so this paper, I can click on, I can move it. I think I want it there because I'm not really feeling that portion. It's kind of, so I have this here. I'm going to bring that over some. And this is size, thank you, size at 2x6 for what this bookmark is. And so 2x6 bookmarks look like this, and they look like these right here. This is your 2x6 style of a bookmark. Please note, whatever you do is yours, okay? So don't think you have to solely do a 2x6 style notebook bookmark, because you don't have to. You can size it for whatever size you want. So right here we have our 2x6 bookmark. Okay, I have that there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going over to my text, and I want to add some wording on top of it, right? I want to add something that's going to help it stand out some. So let's see. We have this here. I typed in boss moves. That's just what we're using right now. Unless one of you all has a phrase to give me that will stand out, that is what we're going with, because I'm not trying to use all of my brain power. So if you have a phrase you think is better than boss moves, let me know. So I have this, and I went to my effects, and I added a white outline around it. Now, I'm not really feeling that particular font. So you can play around with the font. Beautiful and bold, thank you. You can play around, excuse me. You can play around with the font and see how you like it. So we have beautiful and bold here. I am going to go to my advanced settings, and I'm going to decrease my line spacing so that, let me go back. I want to decrease my line spacing so that my words are not so far apart. All right, so we have beautiful and bold that is here. I kind of want to put it here, so it kind of stands out some. You can do it this way. You can have the words going long ways. It's truly up to you. But this is just a very simplistic type of bookmark. I'm not really feeling that font. It is not speaking to me the way I want it to speak to me. I'm not sure what I want to say, but I want it to look different. So again, you can play around with your fonts and change it up and make it be what you need it to be. So y'all just bear with me for a little bit as I play around some, but I know that it's Friday and I don't want to. I like that. Okay. So I think I want it in white, and then go back over to my effects, and then I'll go back. And see, this is the part you have to play around with and see exactly what works for you. Let's do my color picker and pick that. No. All right. We're going back to the original of what I had earlier. So beautiful and bold is this type of notebook. So we have this one particular style, right? But we can do more of this. So let's add a page to this, and I am going to do a custom size. I won't do a custom size. I'll do just yeah, we'll do custom size. Do 5,000 by 5,000. I'm doing this because I want to then use that lady and have her being on her own. All right, so make this smaller. I am going to come up here, grab her, duplicate her, then bring her down, and I'm going to enlarge her and make it bigger. I'm going to make my background black so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so we have our lady that is here. I'm going to go to my edit, and then I am going to choose shadows, and then I'm going to choose outline. Now, my outline right now is black. I'm going to change it to white so we can have a white outline around her. And so you see that is there. That style of notebook bookmark, sorry y'all, would be just like this one. All right. So it's an easy, quick, and dirty cut. And you can enlarge your outline if you want to make it a thicker outline. You can make it smaller. It's truly up to you in what you want to do. So this is a thicker outline. The thicker the outline, the smaller the image gets on the inside. Or we can make it smaller like that. So you can decide for yourself how big or small you want to go. Since I'm cutting this out by hand, I will make it a little bit larger just to give myself some space for air. So far, I've shown you all two style notebooks. I've shown you the 2x6, and I've shown you this one right here, which will then be just this one. Now, something I can do, what is that? Something I can do on here, since we want to make it cohesive and flow together. I'm going to also type on this one, Bold and Beautiful, but I am going to use a script font for this. While I'm doing this, anybody have any questions about what I have done so far? Anybody have any questions? I think I spelled it right. All right, we have bold and beautiful. Now I'm going to go over to my effects. I will give this an outline. I'm going to choose my color picking tool, and let's see how that looks on top of this. Now I'll probably go back and change it because I don't think it looks good. I will change the inside color of the word. Let's see how the white looks. So up top we have, okay, so then down here, it's the reverse. All right, so we have bold and beautiful down here as well. So these are right now two different types of notebooks. Why do I keep on saying notebooks? Two different styles of bookmarks using the same image. Does anyone have any questions so far? Let me scroll back up and see. Anyone have any questions so far? Thank you all for showing me love. Thank you for showing me love. And again, if you have any questions, please drop them down. So we have our two different styles, and it's any questions. Two different styles of notebooks that are bookmarks that are here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on her again. I'm going to copy her, and I'm coming over to this screen is where I have my magnetic bookmarks. So these are two that I have done right here. You can see them up here as well. Now, when I did these, I did use my silhouette machine. However, I did not have it hooked up inside my garage, and so therefore, I am going to have to cut it by hand. So I'm going to make sure that I do it justice. So let me duplicate this image, and then I'm going to get rid of that light bulb. I'm going to paste my image right here. And so two things you have to do. One, you have to make sure that you have it lined up, because when it folds in half, you want everything to be the same, right? So I have her here. I will slide her over right here because I want that to be behind her. All right. I want to go to edit, and let me change my background to black so I can see and you can see what I'm doing. I want to give her an outline. Again, this outline is there for me to help me see what I'm cutting. Now, if this is going to be imported into your favorite cutting machine, you don't need to do that. But for me, with my hand cutting, I am going to do that. So that is a difference. I don't have my cutting machine hooked up here. So everything tonight will be shown to you, and it's done by hand. So I want her to have a white border around her. We have that there. Let's see how thick I can make it without being too gaudy. Because again, I want to be able to cut this out and have it look right. All right. So maybe right here. All right. Now this right here in the middle, that is a part to keep it together. So this is how it looks on this one right here. So I want to make this color match her. And then what I do is I'm going to copy it, duplicate it, and then I will simply just flip her over and it should flow. No, she's going to be, I'm going to flip her over. I think she's like more, no, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So I think I need to make this smaller just so we have enough space to do the flap. So we'll see how this turns out, y'all. We'll see how it turns out. But this is what we're doing right here. So, long. All right. Then move her back up here. All right. So that is how we have these two different styles. We have magnetic. We have our freestyle. And then we have our 2x6. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to down. The flap is sized at, it's in pixels. Hold on. It's about 3.5. Three and a half and 0.075. So what I'm going to do with this is, because this right here I can't tell you because it's in pixels right here. So I have to now download this, and I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed with this one. So we'll see how this turns out. You're welcome, Chandra. So I'm going to download this. I'm going to do my transparent background, my current page, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all on one piece of paper. So paper. Paper is always important, right? Paper is always important to discuss because you have to make sure that you use the paper for the printer that you have. Now, it's no secret, I have an Epson 8550 printer. So my paper is geared towards my inkjet printer. Now, when I print off these bookmarks, I laminate them with a 10 mil pouch. So right off the rip, it's going to be nice and sturdy. There's no need for me to use cardstock because my lamination pouch makes my bookmarks sturdy. That's my bookmark. That's my bookmark. This is how they come out with a 10 mil pouch. Okay, so this is printed on regular paper, not cardstock. So this is how it comes out. So if you do not have access to a laminator that laminates a 10 mil pouch, that's important because a 10 mil pouch has to reach a certain amount of degrees. A regular Scotch laminator will not do it for you. So therefore, if you have a Scotch or another laminator that does not have a 10 mil pouch heat setting, then you would use cardstock because you need your bookmark to be sturdy. So that is something that you have to figure out for yourself. I highly suggest you know what to use for your printer and how to work it out. All right, so this is my multi design right here. So what I'm going to do is this, again, add another page. This is the best upgrade feature Canva ever did because I don't have people going in and out to find my design, right? So this one I'm going to size at 8.5 by 11. Now I will let you know for tonight's video I am using a thicker, it's not cardstock, but it's a thicker type of paper because that's the size I have cut out. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these two things together, group it, and then I will duplicate it, and I'm going to drag it down to this page right here because this is the page that I'm going to use to print from. Minus when I print my on my magnet. All right, let's make this smaller so we can see. So let's see. This right here is like 7.3, 5.4 by 7.3. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. At least I want to try and get about 4 bookmarks maybe on here. Let's see what happens. So then I'm going to get this one again. I'm going to group it all together, or duplicate it, and then group it, and then drag it down to this page to bring it here. Oh, doggone it. For this one, I need to make it bigger first so you can see, and I can see what I'm doing. So with this, because I have all these different things going on, I'm going to go to my position, I'm going to go to my layers, and then I'm going to group everything together. Now I can duplicate it and it all comes. But then, no. With this one, I'm going to down. Sorry, y'all. So the reason why I am doing that is because my digital paper is way larger than my 2x6. So I can ungroup it and I can make my paper fit the 2x6 size. And then I can group and drag it down, or I could save it as a PNG. So those are your options. So just keep that in mind. If that is a problem for you, then that is what you have to do. So now I'm going to make sure everything is grouped together. Let's duplicate it, and now I can move it together. All right. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Okay. So this is here. We still have some. So this is about 2 by 5, 4. That's because of extra little side. So this is going to be 1, and then we're going to duplicate and make it 2. So these are 4 bookmarks going on one piece of paper. I am getting my printer together so that I can print this out. While I am doing that, does anyone have any questions? All right, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go to share, download, and then I'm going to make sure I download my current page. I'm going to download it as a PDF, best for print, and then select CMYK for professional printing, and that will come down. Now this is what I have right here, right now, for my magnetic sheets is what I'm using. Again, you find what's best for you. Thank you, Bernita. Yes, I will. For the replay, you will head over to my YouTube channel, and I'll put the YouTube channel is already in my bio. But this will go up on my YouTube channel for the replay. It will not be here on TikTok. So this is the Avery sheets that I'm using for inkjet specifically that I'll print for my magnetic sheets. So I'm going to save this here. You're welcome. All right, so now this is where we are. We have our 4 images there. So going to file. I'm going to go to print. All right, it's 8.5 by 11. my printer options, and then I go to my print settings, and then I'm going to go to rear feeder, choose matte paper, and then the printing process will begin. While that is going on, I will head back over here. Now I need to add a page, and then I am going to upload my bookmark that I need over here. Fingers crossed this one comes out right. We'll see how it goes. All right, so this is here. Make that smaller. Decrease that. All right, so now from here, I'm just going to go and drag it. And I will duplicate this. I'm going to put as much as I can on the paper so that I'm not wasting paper, okay? Can I get another one? No. I'm not going to jump it up. All right. So we have these 4 on the paper. So this here is how the other bookmark just printed out. See it? And I probably should have done a darker outline just for my eyes so I can see, but hey, whatever. This is what we're using. So this is that. And these came out smaller than the other ones. So don't do like Shanika did. Make sure you just download. Thank you, Chandra. Download your image as a PNG and then import to size. But this, just to show you the size reference, this is how it looks. So not too bad off, right? Not too bad off. Thank you, CRT Thomas. So this is this. Now I'm going to download this. I may have missed it. What kind of? I have an Epson 8550 printer. Thank you. The one more you know. I have an Epson 8550 printer. That's what I use for all of my printing. It's the Epson printer. All right, down on my current page. And I love the inkjet printer because your prints come out very, 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 very vibrant. And again, it also depends on the paper that you use. And I don't want to sound like I'm, stressing and trying to beat a dead horse, but I really am, because your paper is what matters when you print. Paper can make or break you. All right, so just make sure you have the right paper for your printer. I've used laser printers before. Laser printers, their toner is extremely expensive, about $600 for your cartridges. So you are spending a lot of money. But with a laser printer, they're nice, but it just does not give you the pigment like an inkjet printer does. And so with my inkjet printer, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 cartridges, and they are about $100 for 6. So that's the big difference. Now, just so you know, with an Epson printer, you will have to clean out. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of what it's called, but it gets filled with ink, and so you have to clean it by buying another one. Hold on. And just so you know, I've had my Epson printer, oh gosh, maybe going about 3 to 4 years now. And so your maintenance box will get full with the ink that was not used. And so you have to replace that maintenance box. So I had to replace my maintenance box this year, I think around April or May. But that was after having owned it for, like I said, about 3 to 4 years this November. So that's how long it lasts. So this is the magnetic paper. All right, so you see how that came out. All right, so this is my pouch for my 10 mil. This is how the pouch looks. I have a True Lamb laminating machine. Oh gosh, I have had this for a long time. I can't say how long. It's been a long time I've had it. I use this to laminate my notebook covers, my planner covers, anything that needs lamination that's going to be nice and sturdy and durable. This is what I use. And again, this is the bookmark. That's how it sounds. So, and this was printed on regular printer paper, nothing special. So you have to make sure that you get what you need. Again, if you don't have a True Lamb, then you print on cardstock on that particular, on your cardstock for your particular laminating machine. But this one is 10 mils. So we have the mils here, and that is how thick the laminating is. So you have 3, 5, 7, and 10. So this one heats up to 325 degrees. Sorry, 338 degrees. So that's what I need for my 10 mil to work. And I do not remember how much this cost. I did buy it from True Lamb. True Lamb is who I purchased it from. And so this, if you're looking to elevate your stationery life and you're doing things at home, I highly, highly suggest investing in one of these. I cannot tell you the pricing because I don't know the pricing, but that's what I use. So for this, I'm going to put it inside of here and wait for it to warm up. But you know what I'm going to do differently? I'm going to cut it out first. So therefore, I won't have so much excess as it's running through. So while I cut, you all can watch and you all can ask questions that you may have because that has to warm up. So don't judge my cutting skills now. Don't judge my cutting skills. And I'm just cutting this out so I can actually cut it out. Usually I would use my my paper cutter for this though. And I will use my paper cutter probably once it's been laminated because it might be kind of thick to cut. But for the other freehand bookmark, I will have to just cut it out by hand. Yeah, these are small, but that's cool. These are a smaller version, but you know what you all can do with this? You can punch hole, and it's not straight. You can punch holes in the side of it and let it be a book marker. And it's inside of a planner. That's another thought just popped in my head. So again, we're going beyond the one-dimensional way of thinking. There's more than one way, as my grandmother said, to skin a cat. That's cut out. So I hope this has helped you all some. And again, there's no one set way to do anything at all. Please know, I am not saying that I am the guru when it comes to bookmarks, but I do know a little bit about something. Okay? So again, I should have made the outline darker, but I can kind of see where it is. And so I'm going to put my glasses to use and do the best that I can. And these images were generated in Chat GPT along with my digital paper. So Chat GPT can be used for a lot of stuff and not just images, right? And again, being more than one way, thinking more than one way, dimensional thinking, give yourself some options. All right, so this is that bookmark. I did a whole lot better with this cutting than before cutting. All right, and so this is the next one, and I'm just going to cut this one out the same way. Try to the same way, and you can offer bookmarks to sell in your store on your website. You can do like 2 for $8, 2 for $5 if you want to. You decide your pricing, but I would you can sell physical bookmarks, but you can also sell digital bookmarks. So people who don't want to or can't create a bookmark, you can sell them digitally, and then they can just the scissors have I'm doing my best with the scissors because once I cut it out, I still have to cut it out with my laminator. Cut off the lamination once it's been laminated. So I have me and my Fiskars. All right, and this is the other one. So let me move this over so y'all can see this. So my lamination machine has warmed up. This is my lamination sheet. I'm going to place my images there. And once they have been laminated, I'm going to cut them back out again. And once I run my items in my laminator 2 times. So this is the first time. And then once I cut, thank you, Sam's Mama Jane 326. Once I cut, I'll laminate again. So we're going to go over to the laminator so y'all can see how it works. All right, so this is at 340. So now I'm going to stick it in. All right, and this is how it comes out on the other side. It is hot, so I'm gonna let it cool off before I play around with it to cut it out again. But this is how it comes out from the laminator. And so you can see it has, can you see? It has this like little bubble around it. And that, again, that's your mark to cut as well. So this is how that came out. That's going to cool off. And now I'm going to cut these out. Wish me luck. And this is our magnetic sheet right here. All right. Come down here. So we have that part. And y'all, I'm only cutting out one because I'm not going to stress myself out about this. No, oh, thank you for asking that question. I forgot a step. No, I'm not going to laminate it. I do have the self-laminating sheets. One is holographic and the other one is not. And that's what I should have done. Thank you for asking that question. Oh, gosh. So, I'm going to close this. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to place this down as best I can. I need my mat over here, but just work with me, okay? I'm improvising at my best. So what's going to happen is with this, you have to put it on top of the magnetic sheet to protect it. Thank you for asking that question. I'm just talking and cutting, and I left out a step. All right. So, and these magnetic sheets, they are a funky size. It is not like the size of a 8.5 by 11. So you have to make sure that you have all your stuff that you want to be self laminated there, because it's not all right. I'm doing a sucky job at this. Darn it. All right. Okay. So this is how it will look. Oh, thank you. This is how it's going to look right here. All right. So I'm going to trim away my edges, and then I will go back in and cut it out. So that's your protectant. It will protect your image from getting wet, all that type of stuff. All right, so now I'm going back to the one that I was cutting out originally. And now it has that line on top of it. So that's a part of me going too fast with that line. So, all right, now I'm going to cut it out. And typically you have my self-healing mat or something down here, but I'm at my desk, not at the other desk. So and with this, I'm just eyeballing it, y'all. So don't judge me. This can go into your Silhouette or your Cricut, whatever your favorite cutting machine is. And it can cut it out for you. But again, since I'm doing my live, I don't have it set up. I'm just freehanding this as it goes. All right. I can already tell it's not going to be even, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. All right, so this is it. I have not gone that far to decide if I'm going to turn this into a planner cover or not. I don't know. So let me think about that. If I do, I may do another live with it. Now, I simply fold this over, but to get you a nice crease for lack of a better term, use your scorer, a scoring tool that will give you a nice crease. So this is the magnetic bookmark. Not my best, but you understand what I am doing, right? So this was one I did earlier, and this was another one I did. And so now we're going to add in this one right here, right? Let me shift some stuff down so you can see. So we add in this one. And so this is our magnetic bookmark, and it's not hanging off. It's on there. And so people can use this to place in their books as they're reading over the traditional standard bookmark. All right, so now let's come back over to this, and I will cut this out. I'm going to use my Fiskars for this. Fiskars for some of it, only because the laminate is hard to cut through. And while I'm doing this, if you are not following me here on TikTok, be sure to follow me here so you know the next time I go live, whenever I drop a video. And also head over to YouTube and follow me there. I have tons of tutorials over on YouTube as well. Now I'm using my Fiskars cutter because this pouch is tough to cut through. Because that's how it sounds, y'all. That's how it sounds. Why did I put that? And then you, if you have that tool, you can use that to round your edges so they won't be sharp, because it can be sharp and kind of hurt some. And you don't want any customers to be hurt. Oh, and I highly suggest getting a stamper to put your logo, your website, whatever. Oh, thank you, Bernita. Thank you. Put your logo, your website information on the back. So if someone bought a planner from you, my words are all jumbled up. If somebody bought a bookmark from you and they forgot where they got it from, they can turn it over and see where it came from. So invest in that as well. And so I'm going to cut this one out, and then I will run them back through the laminator. And with this, I don't know if you can tell, but I am leaving a bit of extra room on the edges. One, because if I go in too deep, then, the sticky glue will not be stuck. And so that can mess up the seal on the bookmark. But I also have that there because that's just a part of the design, and that's how the bookmark is. But again, you do what you wish to do because it's your design. But I could have done, full woman standing up, so many different styles and types. And I think I do have a videos series of me using my Cricut machine on some bookmarks here on TikTok. I cannot remember if I posted them on YouTube or not, but if you scroll back through to probably last year sometime here on TikTok, I had a 3-part series of me downloading, importing, uploading to Cricut, and cutting it out and showing you how I did that there. So if I would say 2 things, again, find your design, but also make sure you have the right paper for whatever you're using. If you have an Epson, I suggest just using your regular paper. If you don't have access to a 10 mil laminator, I suggest using regular paper and then, laminate with 10 mil. If you don't have a 10 mil, then you would use cardstock and then laminate. So I'm going to put this back into my laminator. And I'm just tossing it in there. Again, it's at 340 degrees because that's what my 10 mil, it requires 338. We're at 340. A little extra will not hurt. And this is the True Lamb laminator. That's what I use for all of my lamination items. So I'm going to stick this back in here. And voila. These are my bookmarks. Now, one more thing, and then I will say good night because I am an educator by day. I have a hard time stopping talking because I have so much stuff I want to say, right? So just to do a recap. So today we designed bookmarks in Canva. I showed you bookmarks I've already done before. So these are some examples, and this is our regular 2x6 bookmark. I showed you all the magnetic bookmarks that I've done before, and I showed you some freehand style bookmarks that I did before as well. And this one was a very big, popular one for me, this style. And I also had people's names on the side of it as well. So that was a huge seller for me a few years ago. And then tonight, we did these bookmarks here, and we have our magnetic bookmark that is here. Okay, so you can decide the style of which you want to do. Now, last week I had a live, and shameless plug here, but this design, and this design, along with 3 others in each category. We have our Crown and Locks, and we have our God Did It packs. And these are commercial usage packs, which means you are able to download and sell the physical item to your customers. You also have bookmarks that are available within this. Thank you, Kay. So you have your stationery bundle already done for you. If you're thinking about starting a stationery business and you're on the fence, on the edge, this will help you because I have done the heavy lifting for you. There's no need to try and figure it out. The link for that is in my bio. It's on my PayHip store because I want others to be able to excel. Now, something else. So my live last week, I discussed me doing my notebook flaps or covers, if what is what I want to call it. But this is a flap. This is just an addition to your cover to showcase to your customer what they can expect. You could put I have a 100-page notebook. You could put your website, all that stuff can be. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to show you how these look. But yes, this is beautiful. And this is printed on glossy paper. But again, I'm going to laminate. And so when you laminate it, it really produces super duper beautiful color. So yeah, watch that on my YouTube channel. And it shows you how to create these. This paper right here was extra from paper I got cut down at my local printing shop. It's sized at 11 by 3, I believe. And so instead of not using it, I chose to use it. So nothing shall go to waste around here. So you can choose to cut off the border or you can leave the border on. It's completely up to you. But those are 2 different style types of the same one. So either border or no border. And while I'm here doing my shameless plug, I know everybody and mama is making composition notebooks, right? And so last week I had another live, I think last week, but I have my composition bundles here as well. So we have this one here. These two are together. Oh, Lord. We have these two. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, Renetta. And then I have, because I am a girl mom, I always stick to doing things for girls. And so I'm decided to not be selfish. And so I have a superhero. I have 3 boys and 3 girls. And so for these covers, you can download as a PDF, and you can then type in the name or write in the name when you upload to Canva, should you choose to do that. But yes, these are all there, and you also get links to be able to get the composition little shape there as well. Now, back to our regular scheduled program. We are going to what's wrong with it? Okay. I'm going to show you all the crown and locks that is there. Again, does anyone have any questions about what we did tonight on the live doing bookmarks? So I showed you all many different styles of bookmarks. Anybody have any questions about the bookmarks that we did? And just for information, these are bookmarks that are here within Canva. And this one is 3 bookmarks, okay, in one. So you have many different style and types of bookmarks that you can do. I can't from you. Huh? I can't from you link to order. What does that mean? For cardstock, the thicker the better, because the cardstock is going to actually be your bookmark, because a 3 and 5 mil, those are really thin. And so you have to, I would just say the thicker the better for, oh, the link for, the link to order is in my bio. You click on the very first one. It's the beacons. And it's the very first one that populates, that shows up. So this is the crown and locks. If you can't find it, inbox me and I'll send that to you via inbox. So this is what you get with your crown and locks and with your God Did It drops. You have, in the crown and locks, you have 3 different covers. There's 1. This is 2. Oh, now you're going to change up on me. So you have your covers that are here. This is, oh my gosh. This is 1, which this is the one printed out right here. So you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and then you have your 3 bookmarks. But you also have notebook templates. So these are sized at 5 by 7. And you have 5 by 7 and 7 by 5. So you are able to print off notepads and make them with each image that is included inside of the drop. So that is how you are able to make your money. All right, God Did It. You have 4 in this one. You have this one. You have this one. You have this. And you have this. And that is this printed out. So that's how it looks printed out. All right. And the same over here, you have your bookmarks to match the covers. And you have your notepad templates. So all of this is there, and they are going for $27. So with $27, you have your stationery kit ready to go. Does anyone have any more questions about what we did today? I hope that it has been helpful. I hope that yes, it's a PDF. So once you download it, import it back into Canva or wherever, and you can type on it. You sure can. And it's commercial usage for you to sell. You cannot resell what is there, but you can use that to help you sell in your business. And you have a done for you stationery guide. You're welcome, Chandra. You're welcome, Bernetta. I hope you will leave feeling like you learned something today. Bookmarks are not as hard as some may think, or as hard as some may let you believe that they are. Remember, everything is just paper and shapes, and you can decide the paper and the shapes that you want to use to create an end product. So be innovative. Remember, everything is more than just one dimension, and go from there. And always, always, this can become a planner cover, and that can be used to have a bundle. All right, I have this. I create this as a bundle. I have, let me pull it out. I have, yes, that image came from Chat GPT. I have these two notepads here. This is one, this is two. I have 3 cash envelopes, and then I have 3 bookmarks, and that's a bundle ready to be sold. So I need for you all to think how you can bundle and have add-ons. So you can also offer these individually, but then offer the other items as well. So think about how you can increase the purchase when someone buys from you. What can you add in? What is your customer after? Who's your market? And go from there. Does anyone have any more questions? And remember, in Chat GPT, you have to, tumblers, that's another good thing, tumblers. You have to be sure that you put in exactly what you want to see. So go back to school and pretend that you are in English 101, and you type in all of the adjectives that you can think of: the hair, the skin tone, hair color, the jewelry, the clothing items. I will give you all let you on a secret. This outfit this lady has on, this came from Shein. Yeah, I sure did. I screenshot the clothing, and I asked Chat GPT to put her in the clothing. So the possibilities with Chat GPT or AI can be endless. You can import, download, save the clothing items that you want your image to have on, and it will add it on there for you. So yes, with the tumblers, you can add in bookmarks. Hey, you can do like a sip and read, sip and read type of thing. So your tumbler, and this is just me talking, your tumbler could be focused and have different genres of reading on it. Horror, romance, or whatever, and then have the bookmark to go along with it. So think about how you can increase your sales and what you can use for upselling, and then go from there. If you do, you said tumblers, but if you did a coffee mug or something, you can do that as well. Just market that together for bookmarks. Reading and coffee. Look at this. She has her cup in her hand and her book in her hand as well. So yeah. Now this image is not Chat GPT, and neither is this one, but I bought those. And this is one of my bookmarks on my website on the back of it. All right. Does anyone have any more questions? Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. I enjoyed myself. This was fun. It was fun for me. As I said earlier, when the summer started, I wanted to do more lives, um, just to engage and share who I am and what I do. So I do appreciate you all for coming on. If you don't know, I am Shanika from Royal Statements, where creativity reigns and every idea makes a statement. Always, always, always think about how you can stand out. Every Tuesday, I have a craft tip Tuesday. Hopefully, you can go back and watch some of those. I'm also posting different tips now about paper. You can come up notebooks, planners, and journals. I have tips coming up. Bernetta, I do not have certain days for my lives right now, but what I will do is I will post. If you follow me, you can see that I post and I'll say going live on whatever day is coming up. So I will be doing another live. I cannot tell you when because I have to look at my kids and husband's schedule, but it will be during the evening time. And I think for that one, since I think it was Kay suggested having a matching planner cover, that is one of my topics that I want to do, is to do a planner cover. That may be next. So just look out for that. And I will be sure to try to post about it and talk about it so people can see whatever is not here. Always go to my YouTube channel. But thank you so much for watching me. Thank you for allowing me to teach you. I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. And be sure to follow me here on TikTok and also follow me on YouTube. And I will see you all later. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night. If you have any questions, be sure to inbox me and I will answer these questions for you. And also go to my PayHip site so you can grab the goodies that are there. All right. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you all. Bye-bye.